What's going on? I'm from around the 412 here, just putting out a quick video talk about the breaking news in the world of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jaylen Warren signing a 2-year contract extension, was already under contract, obviously, for this upcoming season. So his deal now runs through the 2027 season. The way that it was put out there by Steelers reporter Jerry Dulac makes it seem like maybe this is a new 3-year deal. Maybe they ripped up this year, gave him a new 3-year contract. I assume that would be the case, but we haven't seen the numbers on it. We haven't seen the money yet. So just kind of going based off, giving my opinions on Jaylen Warren being back in the fold. It's funny. Did a live stream yesterday morning with my boy Jody on here on the channel. If you missed that, please go check that out. Although the Jaylen Warren, Kaleb Johnson portion of the show kind of null and void 24 hours later with Jaylen Warren getting this extension, because I'll admit I'm a little surprised by this move, based off the way that they did business, just, kind of coming to an agreement on a tender this year. I thought maybe this was going to be it for Jaylen Warren's time in Pittsburgh. They would move forward with Kaleb Johnson. If they liked what they saw from Kenny Gainwell, could obviously bring him back into the fold, and maybe add another back in like a mid-round pick or, a vet free agent signing, something like that. And maybe try to go that route in the running back room. But they're going to go forward with Jaylen Warren and Kaleb Johnson as the two guys going forward for the next 3 years. And I'll be honest, I love it. I know that Jaylen Warren, maybe some people in the fan base a little bit down on him right now. The fumbling issues that he's had and very limited preseason action did not look that good in that limited preseason action. So, stock low right now in terms of the way that the fan base is viewing him. He didn't do a lot in training camp either. I think that they know what they have in him, and also just want to get Kaleb as many reps as possible to, hopefully propel his development. So, but Jaylen Warren being back in the fold, I think, is an awesome thing for this team for the next 3 seasons. I think he's an awesome fit for what Arthur Smith wants to do offensively, the wide zone stuff that they do, what he's able to do in pass pro, what he's able to do as a pass catcher. I think that this is, he's a glove-like fit for what they want to do offensively. So looking at this, kind of stepping back, looking inward on the situation right now, I really like what they got in this running back room for what Arthur Smith wants to do. The running game has been not very good this offseason in terms of what we're getting out of the reports at training camp. It hasn't looked good in the preseason. Arthur Smith's been kind of coy about it. Maybe they're not showing their hand in terms of everything that they're going to do. Okay, if you want to take his word for it, so be it. But I think that we're just waiting for this running game to show signs of life, because from an efficiency standpoint, it just has not been there even last year under Artie Smith. So I don't know. There's a lot of anticipation for me just to get to the season to see what it looks like. But I am definitely happy with Jaylen Warren being back in the fold. I don't think that we got a healthy version of Jaylen Warren last season, really, at all. Came into the season hurt, and I don't think that he was ever really Jaylen Warren last year. So again, maybe playing into why his stock pretty low in terms of the way that the fan base views him as a whole. But you look at what he did as an undrafted rookie early on in his career here, the first couple seasons, I still think that he's that player. And I think that the offense now is even more catered to his skill set. So again, we'll see the numbers. We'll see how this was structured. I would assume the team's got a lot of flexibility here. If things do go south, it's typically the way that they do things here. Omar Khan, very good about structuring that way, but good for Jaylen Warren. I mean, what a story. I didn't know if this story was going to continue in Pittsburgh beyond this year, but I'm certainly not upset that it is. Again, everything that he brings to the table in terms of his ability between the tackles, really good vision. He's like a bowling ball, very hard to bring down. First guy there. Pass pro as a pass catcher. He can do a lot of different things for this football team, and he's certainly an asset that I'm happy to have in the fold here for a few seasons. So no qualms on my end about that. Again, we'll see where this is relative to the running back market. For him, this is why I was surprised about this, is because, well, from the team standpoint, drafting Kaleb Johnson, I know they didn't have a second-round pick, so Kaleb Johnson was their second pick of that draft. So I felt like that was where the investment was going to be. Now, you need more than one good back in today's NFL, for sure. We don't know what Kaleb is yet. From the team standpoint, I didn't know that this was going to be a piece of business that they wanted to do. From Jaylen's standpoint, I didn't know if this was a piece of business he was going to do right now, just because of everything that I've said with the injuries, the production dipping a little bit, having a new running back in the fold? Was this where he wanted to continue his career going forward? I'm super excited that it is. I'm super excited that it is because I think he's a really good player and this is a really good fit for him. And again, I think it takes more than one guy in today's NFL within a backfield. You have very few guys that are that Saquon Barkley workhorse type back, Derrick Henry type back. So super excited to have Jaylen Warren back in the fold. We'll be talking about it a lot more, obviously, throughout this week on here. I'll be talking about it a lot more with my guy, Alan Saunders, and Steelers Afternoon Drive. But we're going to try to put out a lot more content. Anytime something like this pops up. So be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Stay tuned for a lot more content coming your way on the channel. But until then, it's been Smitty. This is Around the 412. See you next time.